Back in Las Vegas, and here's a look at our first half numbers. Neither team shooting the ball well from the outside, and Utah State really hurt Colorado State in second chance points, plus 11 in that department. And hi again, everyone, with Steve Lapis. I'm Andrew Catalan. Back and forth, pretty evenly matched first half. What were your thoughts on the first 20 minutes?
Well, what you said there about the second chance points is huge. Utah State, one of the top rebounding teams in the country, number 2 in rebound margin. They out-rebound their opponents by over 10 a game. That's somewhere that Colorado State has to really tighten this up. They got back into a good flow in the middle of the half. At the end of the half there, they really gave them a couple of offensive rebounds, which hurt them, so they've got to hold their own on the glass against Utah State.
Time now for Stacking Up Stats. It's brought to you by Pringles. How about 3 blocks for the Aggies in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do. They do a lot of damage to you in the paint area, whether it's defensively or offensively. That's kind of who they are, and they've been able to do that in this first half.
Keita in the first half, 7 points, 6 rebounds. He has recorded a double-double in 7 straight games and has a good chance to make it 8 with the way he started. David Roddy provided some offense in that first half with 6 points. And the Rams will begin this half down by 4. In Craig Smith's time at Utah State, when leading at the half, the Aggies are 61-9. Looking to keep it going here in a critical game with lots of NCAA tournament implications. Offensive rebound by Moores. Roddy drops in, and a foul is called. Colorado State wants a goaltend on that shot. They're not going to get it, though.
One thing that we're seeing from David Roddy, what makes him such a good player, he's 6'5", 6'6", 250 pounds, and he puts the ball on the floor like he's a guard. And that ability to dribble the ball, you know, somebody once told me that the ability to dribble in basketball is power, because it allows you to go wherever you want. If you can bounce it, you can go wherever you want on that court, and that's what this kid can do.
And you spoke in the first half about the affection you have for Isaiah Stevens and David Roddy. Both of them are sophomores. And Nico Medved told us earlier this week that 2 of them have a maturity that's well beyond their years. You can see it on the floor, how composed they are as Anthony hits from the outside.
Well, that's why this program is kind of a year ahead of schedule, that you expect the team to be really good when they're juniors, but the team got really good when they were sophomores. They just need to be able to finish it off and get to the NCAA tournament if they can.
Thistlewood, wow. It's good,
Tough
and that's
shot.
his first shot attempt of the night.
And he doesn't usually take him off the bounce like that.
Big 3 by the junior from Golden, Colorado. Keita gets rid of it. Anthony having a great start to his week in Vegas. Anthony, not this time, tipped around and grabbed by Stevens. Stevens all the way. Roddy offensive board, trying to go up with it, and Keita altered that one. Keita drives in. Moore's got a hand on it. Now Miller from the corner. Once again, James Moore's getting it done on the defensive end, just like last night against Fresno State.
He's becoming more and more physical every game.
Nico Medved said that there's no player on the team that has improved more from the start of the year to now than James Moore's. Thistlewood again, not this time. Wooster limited by 2 fouls in the first half. That one will rattle in.
Good touch there by Wooster.
Stevens, high arcing shot from the free throw line. Moores tracks it down, tries to throw it off Wooster, and instead goes right to Miller. On the break, Keita up ahead.
Oh, wow. Kendall Moore get a piece of that? That looked like a flat-out dunk. Not what he does.
I think Moore did get a piece of it. Great play to get back there. Keita had a wide open look.
Isaiah Stevens got his hands full with Keita. No shot.
And Colorado State calls timeout. That was too easy for the Aggies and Keita.
Kendall Moore with the good hustle there. Blocks the big man's shot. And then Keita with the layup.
Well, on the East Coast, it's Saturday, which means tomorrow is Selection Sunday, 6 Eastern on CBS. Getting you set for all the madness coming your way over the next couple of weeks. How about some bid stealers out there? Memphis, they'll see Houston tomorrow in the American semis. Oregon State beat Oregon. They'll take on Colorado in the Pac-12 championship game tomorrow. And Georgetown in the Big East tournament final against Creighton.
Boy, I'll tell you, the teams on the bubble, the Utah States, the Colorado States, the Boise States, the Syracuse, all looking at your alma mater, all looking at those games there. I don't think if Memphis beats Houston on a neutral court, that will get them in. It's going to get them close. I think they have to win the American tournament.
Roddy follows his miss and was out.
I can't emphasize enough that Roddy was at his effective best in this game when he was the 5-man for Colorado State. Just look there. He's got Bean, and who's coming over to help? Keita. He's much better at taking Keita off the dribble without any help around.
Keita cuts. No good. Follows his miss. No. And Roddy takes it. And numbers for the Rams. Roddy comes to get it, defended by Miller.
Kendall Moore's been quiet in this game.
He's only got 2 points. And that's not going to add to his total. Colorado State has started this half 1 for 9 from the floor.
Kind of the way they started the game.
Moore still can't get on track. Keita with the rebound. That's the 11th rebound for Keita. He's 1 point away from his 8th straight double-double. Miller, step back, 3, yes! They will look at that at the next stoppage to make sure it was a 3. But in any event, it's the largest lead of the night for Utah State.
He's been solid.
11 points for Miller. A 7-0 run for the Aggies. Moores from the baseline, no.
Can't get any offense going in the half court at all.
Anthony, no look. Keita tied up inside, gets rid of it.
Good closeout by Thistlewood on Brock Miller.
Miller, ooh, he couldn't handle the pass cleanly, otherwise he was going up with it, and then a turnover by Utah State. Who will survive this game and keep their NCAA tournament hopes feeling good? Colorado State and Utah State late night on a Friday in Vegas.
I've got all my love to give. I will survive. I will survive.
You are watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota, and tomorrow at 1 Eastern we bring you women's hoops with the A-10 semis live from Richmond, Virginia, as Dayton takes on VCU, and then UMass battles St. Louis. Well, they're expecting a big storm in Colorado, and if you watched the broadcast last night, we said that Niko Medved was saying that his wife, Erica, would have to do all the shoveling since he's here in Vegas, and then Coach Lapis went out and said, hey, Niko, you better go get a snowplow, and look at what Erica Medved tweeted last night. Hey, Coach Niko Medved, listen to Coach Lapis. Get that snowplow hired, or else you're a basketball analyst. You're giving marriage advice.
Hey, I know what it's like to have a basketball wife. Believe me. She does enough. She can't cut grass and she can't shovel the snow.
So Erica was on Team Lapis on that debate. That three's good, and a big shot for Deshaun Thomas. Just his 12th three-pointer of the year.
Well, he made 3 against them in one of the 2 games that they played. He was playing well in the first half. He got those fouls, and it really kind of cut him off. Well, that might have been a charge.
No call there. 10 on the shot clock. Wooster fakes the 3. Tries to run one off the glass, beating the follow, no, and Thistlewood takes it down. Thomas again, not this time.
Almost banked it in.
And immediately Thomas is whistled for a foul as Cato is trying to establish position. Third foul on Deshaun Thomas. Bean exits and Stephen Ashworth comes in. Ashworth is 0 for 6 from deep in the Mountain West tournament so far. And on the season, a 38% three-point shooter.
Yeah, he's as good as they have.
Keita with the jam. And that gives him a double-double for the 8th consecutive game. He's got 11 points and 11 boards.
Yeah, you let him start wheeling down there, you're in trouble.
Tonje had it slip away. He goes to the ground trying to save it. And it was last touched by Keita, who was out of bounds. So it's Rams basketball.
Take a look at Keita here. That handoff, they faked the handoff, took Deshaun Thomas out of any kind of position. And when you let this kid get that close, forget it.
Stevens through traffic with the left hand, no. Thomas, no on the follow, and then counted and one.
Deshaun Thomas, he was very active in the first half, and he's being very active now.
On the way to the game tonight, we were talking, and you said, what about the game Deshaun Thomas had when these two teams played? You were absolutely right. He had 15 in that matchup, and when he's been able to stay on the floor tonight and stay out of foul trouble, he's made a big impact.
Yeah, no doubt. But they got to make some stops down this end. They're starting to get to the big guy a little bit more.
Anderson straight away 3 is good. Tough shot, Alfonso Anderson.
And all of that started with the pass into the low post to Keita. It was like a hockey assist. It was a couple of passes later, but good things happened. Get the ball into the big guy.
Stevens. Ashworth's able to grab it. Ashworth bounces to Keita and one. What a feed from Ashworth, and the finish by the big guy. Keita will have a chance at a three-point play when we come back. Utah State has opened up a 12-point lead on the Rams here on CBS Sports Network. The next greatest generation is now, presented by Army National Guard. And we take a look at Marco Anthony, the junior political science major for Utah State. Selected to the NEBC Honors Court Scholar Athlete. And having a great start to the Mountain West Tournament, a double-double last night. And he wears jersey number 44. Now, when you go around college basketball, you read the media guide, and a lot of players will wear the number their father wore or a lucky number, but that's not the case for Marco Anthony. He wears number 44 because he always liked the Wendy's 4-for-4 meal deals. And I asked him last night, I said, is that really true? Is that real? Like, did you just make that up? He said, how could I make something like that up?
It's true.
So that's why he wears 44. Colorado State really struggling here in the second half. Just 3 of 17 from the floor, and another turnover by the Rams.
Look, this team, Utah State, has been really good defensively all year. Now a little bit change of defense. It's a good move by Nico Medved. Trying to change things up a little bit with a little extended zone. Hard to box out of this defense.
Anderson again from deep. Oh, he's dialed in. Alfonso Anderson with another 3. And it's a 9-0 run for the Aggies. Trying to move a step closer to seeing San Diego State once again in the Mountain West final.
They've really locked down in the half court in this half, Utah State.
Shot clock at 4. Roddy, and he's fouled.
I know Craig Smith was not happy with that call.
Steve, we pointed it out a couple of times, but Kendall Moore only 2 points, 1 for 5 tonight. They need him to get going here. He had 15 in the quarterfinal victory last night and averages 11 per game.
Yeah, I mean, he'd been playing great, but he can't get a look in the half court. And if they're not getting any transition, it's hard for him to score in the half court at his size, especially, again, with Manish Keita standing in there.
Deshaun Thomas back in for John Tonje. (53-39) as we approach the midway point of the second half. Miller from the corner. Air ball, but Anthony's right there. Seems like we've said that a lot the last couple nights. Anthony is right there. He's been around the ball the entire tournament. Not this time for Anderson, but he gets the long rebound. Right back up, and offensive foul. Third foul on Anderson.
That is an offensive foul. Colorado State has to figure out a way to score in the half court. They've been moving the ball well, but just can't move this team around enough with that big guy standing in the middle of the lane like he is now. I think they'd give up a 3 to Deshaun Thomas as long as he can still be down there helping.
Roddy trying to split the double, and he's fouled. And that's going to go on Keita, his 3rd.
Now it starts to become a little dangerous. He's got 3 fouls. I like him to come out for a minute or so. Just to remind him, more than anything else, make sure you don't get the 4th.
Two shots for David Roddy. Well, it's Ashworth that comes out. So it looks like for the moment, Craig Smith's going to keep Keita out there. And Roddy in double figures for the 11th consecutive game. He's got 10 points, and the Rams down by 13. They do have 3 wins this year when they've trailed by at least 10 points, including the largest comeback in Mountain West history when they were down 26 at San Diego State. So they've done this before, but there's only 9:35 on the clock. And the Rams are running out of time here in what would be a damaging loss to their NCAA tournament hopes. Anthony. So tough. 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for Marco Anthony.
Yeah, he can stuff a stat sheet pretty good.
Moore tried to slide a pass down low, out of bounds to Utah State. Nico Medved wanted a foul on Keita right there, and that would have been number 4.
That would have been 4. This kid's been tough too, Anderson. Good sub.
Good defense by Roddy, strips it away, races up ahead, right at Brock Miller, and Keita got back on the defensive end.
They want a goaltender.
And then Wooster throws it off Roddy.
Well, the Colorado State bench thinking there's a goaltending here.
What do you think?
No, I think he got it before it hit the backboard. I mean, the timing was just right. I think it was just before it hit the backboard.
Close.
It was close.
5th block it goes down as for Utah State. They lead the Mountain West in blocks per game, averaging just under 5 per night.
Colorado State sticking with the zone, see what can happen.
Anderson with the left hand, Keita offensive rebound, put back not there.
Never was really able to gather himself.
8 minutes left.
8 minutes left at Colorado State only with 40.
They average 75 per game.
And they've been over 74 straight games. Double dribble.
Takes us to a timeout. Colorado State has to get it together, down by 15 here in Vegas.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. What's your beef? And by Pringles. Stack flavors, make new ones.
Late night Mountain West action from Las Vegas. Utah State leads by 15. Such a pivotal game. With the NCAA tournament selection show less than 48 hours away. You see what's at stake. The net ranking 48 for Colorado State. Jerry Palm has him as an 11 seed. He's got Utah State first 4 out, so does it flip? Who knows what will happen. But one thing we do know is that Craig Smith, very superstitious over on that Utah State bench. He's got different cups, he's got different mints. When things are going well, he drinks from one cup. When things are going bad, he tries to change the mojo, goes to a different cup. You laugh, but I'm sure you had some superstitious things as well in your day.
Coaches, we're all out of our minds. I had ties I wasn't going to wear because we lost big games in them.
Sure.
Threw them out.
Well, the Oakland Raiders, now famously now in Las Vegas Raiders, Al Davis back in the day, if they lost a road game, they wouldn't stay in that same hotel the next year. They had to change the hotels, but if they won, they were in that same hotel. Oh, Keita's got his big paws on that one, another block. Thomas goes up, no, Roddy. Roddy's blocked by Keita.
Yeah, this guy's tough.
Aggies on the break, and Anthony throws it to the bench.
I mean, you know, what are you going to do? There's not really much you can do. I thought Kendall Moore made a great move And Keita gets rid of that one. Then they get the offensive rebound, and he gets rid of another one.
4 blocks for Keita tonight. His career high is 6.
And how many intimidations? How many does he make you miss just being there?
Yep.
Just makes everybody better defensively. You can take more chances. Great shot.
That's a bucket for Stevens. He's in double figures with 11, and Niko Medved calls timeout with 6:33 to go. He's only going to have 1 timeout left the rest of the way. (55-42) Utah State in front, and Steve, they have really dominated from the start of this second half.
Yeah, I mean, they've been terrific, and a lot of it has been because of their defense that's made things easy for them on the offensive end. When that big kid is in the game, it just puts so much pressure on everything else that you do. Just a real problem for the other team. And now some pressure from Colorado State.
Thistlewood commits the foul. They just made a stat update, and it's now 5 blocks for Keita tonight, so he's 1 away from matching his career high. And a whistle and a foul inside on Deshaun Thomas. And that's his 4th.
Just trying hard to work at defending and not letting Keita catch the ball.
Thomas is going to come out with 6:06 to go. 9 points tonight for Deshaun Thomas. Anthony for 3. Let's see if the Rams have a late spurt in them.
Well, it's got to be, they got to start pushing the ball a lot faster.
Stevens hits again. 11-point game.
Now they're coming with that pressure again. Plenty of time. They just got to get stops and rebounds.
Aggies scoreless in the last 4 minutes. Anthony trying to change that right here on the baseline. Brewster deep 3. Keita the offensive board, and he's fouled on the putback.
That was some offensive rebound, let me tell you. And that was as big time a rebound as you're going to see. I mean, he goes up and snatches that thing.
13 rebounds in the game, 5 on the offensive glass for Keita.
There's a reason why they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country.
They have out-rebounded every opponent they've faced this year. And tonight, they are +8 on the glass against Colorado State. The producer, Jonathan Siegel, just told us that UC Riverside defeated UC Irvine defeated UC Riverside, which makes this the only game still going on in the country right now. We are 2:20 a.m. Eastern on the good old watch. 5 minutes to go here.
The boys in the studio keeping a late night tonight.
Boys and girls. Monica's there too.
Oh, that's right.
Amy Samuelson's producing.
Oh.
All-star crew back in New York.
Good pass.
Moores.
Still not done yet.
Wooster right through, lost it going up, and it comes right back to Wooster, but he was out. So the Rams get the ball back with 4:40 on the clock. Still looking at Kendall Moore's stat line.
Yeah.
2 points. Now would be a good time for him to knock down a couple of threes if you're Colorado State. Moore's around Keita, short. Roddy grabs it. Roddy trying to go up with it, muscles his way, and he's fouled.
That shot that Moore's missed was definitely due to the intimidation factor of Keita being there.
Roddy 4 for 6 at the line tonight. He's got 11 points, but he's taken 13 shots. He's 3 of 13 from the floor.
Really, his best stretch was that stretch in the first half when he started going off the dribble a little bit. And here's that pressure again.
Over 5 minutes now without a field goal for Utah State.
I think get the big guy a touch somewhere.
And a steal. Stevens races in, and Stevens lays it in. 57-50.
I think this defense here has bothered Utah State some, and they have not gotten the ball into Keita at all.
A 10-2 run for the Rams. Keita's pass picked off Roddy. Moore races up. Doesn't have numbers, so pulls it back. 3.5 to go.
Obviously, they got plenty of time.
Stevens comes to get it. Over to Moore. Moore, tough pass. Roddy makes the catch. Roddy up. Roddy missed it. Out of bounds. Last touch by Keita. It'll be Colorado State basketball when we come back, and the Rams are not done. Coming right down to the wire in Vegas. A spot in the championship game is in the air tonight. We're back with our Old Trapper player of the game. It's the big guy.
Yeah, he makes so many things happening for them on both sides of the ball. But what he does defensively, I mean, he does some great things offensively too, but what he does defensively changes everything.
With our shot tracker, powered by the iPad Pro, 16 points, 13 rebounds, 5 blocks. He's got a double-double for the 8th consecutive game, but this one's not done. The Rams have cut into this lead. It's a 10-2 run for Colorado State. They trail by 7, and they've got the ball. 1 timeout left for the Rams. Thistlewood, corner 3. Oh, that would have been a big one. Loose ball scramble. Wooster's fouled.
And a really good set play by Nico Medved there on that out of bounds. You're not going to get a better look than that for one of your best three-point shooters.
Thistlewood, a 39% three-point shooter, had a very good look in the corner, but comes up empty.
Back to the straight man-to-man.
Both teams in the bonus. Wooster rolls it into Keita. Keita locates Miller in the corner. Won't go. Roddy's there for the rebound. Stevens turns on the Jets. Hands off to Thistlewood. His 3 again won't go. And Bean makes it a one-and-done trip.
Yeah, I mean, for a kid like that, that's a pretty good shot.
And away from the ball, James Moores is whistled for a foul. So that'll be a 1-and-1 for Utah State.
Two pretty good looks by Thistlewood there.
He's 1 for 4 tonight. 1-and-1 for Keita, who yesterday picked up his 200th career block. That's the 5th most in Mountain West history, and 5 more added to his total tonight. He entered the Mountain West tournament with 75 blocks, which is more than over 200 teams around the country.
Yeah, he's a special defender.
Roddy had it taken away by Bean.
Time to eat some clock now if you're Utah State.
9-point game with 2 minutes to go.
And you know, when you got a guy like Keita down low, the end of the shot clock, just go there.
Miller for 3. And Stevens tracks it down. They got to go quickly.
Quick.
There's Stevens. He's quick. Oh, Keita!
Out of nowhere.
Block number 6. That ties a career high. Wooster the other way, out of control.
Big mistake there. You got to pull that ball out.
Stevens can't hit the 3. Moore had it, pulled it right back out. He had a lane to the hoop. Now Moore drives in, and Keita with another block.
You can't go in there. I mean, that's... You got a foul.
7 blocks for Keita. That's a new career high.
I think you have to foul now.
1 minute to go.
Well, now you don't want to foul. But you did want to foul at the beginning of the shot clock.
And then they foul with 7 on the shot clock.
And if you're going to do that, you needed to do it 20 seconds ago. I mean, this guy, I mean, I thought Isaiah Stevens had a layup, and this guy came out of nowhere. And then on Kendall Moore there, he was on him the whole way.
Career high 7 blocks. Colorado State was called to have the basketball, but they'll look at the monitor for this one with 52.3 on the clock. The 7 blocks is a single game school record for Utah State. He's 3 blocks away from a triple-double.
And how many, as we said, how many intimidations did he have?
Well, barring a crazy comeback here, it looks like we're looking at Utah State and San Diego State in the final for the 3rd consecutive year.
It looks like there it was off. I think it was off Roddy.
On the court, it was called Colorado State basketball.
Great job by Bean, by the way. They did not do a good job boxing him out initially.
Bean is a rebound away from a double-double. He's got 10 points and 9 boards.
This is so hard.
Tough to tell if it touched Roddy's foot on the way down.
There it looks like Bean, but who knows what happens there. Well, it didn't really, I don't know, did it right there? That's the one. Yeah, it might be off Roddy's left arm. Look at that right there. Right?
Yeah.
Tough one. They had it as Colorado State's ball on the floor.
They did.
Well, if they're having this much trouble doing it, they should just give it to Colorado State.
And we had this conversation in the first
Yep.
game. And they overturned it. Utah State basketball.
I think that was the right call. It just took a little long.
Yep. And David Hall is pointing to the arm, and that's what we saw on the video. It looked like it last touched the arm of David Roddy.
Well, if they're going to give this a go, they've got to foul right away.
I think Nico Medved wanted a foul earlier. So as Keita caught it, he wanted the foul. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Raleigh Wooster, a freshman from Montana. And he misses, but who's there? Bean, and now he's got a double-double, and he's fouled.
That's the second time in a row that he made that last one happen that went out of bounds off Roddy, and he made this one happen. Just what Roddy didn't keep him out.
Bean now has a double-double in 5 of his last 6 games.
He didn't go straight in. He went around Roddy on that one, and 2 times in a row wreaks havoc on the free throw lane.
Bean's father, Gordon, played at Idaho State, went to the NCAA tournament in 1987, wore number 34, and Justin Bean wearing the same number as his dad. Moore for 3. Moore pulls it back out. Stevens will launch. Long rebound, Moore. He races behind the line, but will feed Roddy. And there's another block. Make it 8 for Keita. Keita's everywhere. And now we have a whistle inside. And that's going to go on the Rams.
Great block there. Dominating game defensively.
Two blocks away from a triple-double with 20.7 to go.
Going to be a long night tomorrow night for Colorado State.
Tomorrow night on the East Coast, but we're still 2 nights away here on the West Coast.
Oh, excuse me. That's right, I forgot. Well, for another 25 minutes.
Stevens to Moores. Oh, 9 blocks for Keita.
They don't have to foul.
And that'll do it. Utah State is marching back into the Mountain West Championship game. They'll have a chance at a three-peat tomorrow against San Diego State. A huge win for the Aggies in their NCAA tournament resume. The one thing they were really lacking was a win away from home, and now they have a neutral court victory over Colorado State, and for the 3rd consecutive year, It's San Diego State and Utah State in the championship game tomorrow at 6 Eastern on CBS.
Yeah, just a great win for Utah State. I mean, they gave up 50 points to a team that had scored 70 or more 4 games in a row. So they did a terrific job on the defensive end of the floor.
Craig Smith is now 12-1 in the month of March and 8-0 at the Mountain West tournament since taking over as the Utah State head coach. Craig, congratulations. Another win in March for you. You're back in the championship game, and the big guy had it going on both ends of the floor. Can you talk about the performance of Keita tonight?
Well, Nemi's a difference maker in every way, shape, and form. And obviously, I don't know how many block shots he ended up with, but there was a bunch of them, and he's an eraser without a doubt. And then on the offensive end, he has tremendous feel, knows how to play, scores it around the basket, missed a couple that he normally makes. But, you know, we played him a lot of minutes. It's not many times that you can play a guy, 36 probably minutes or so, something like that. And I kept asking him in the second half, are you good? Are you good? He's like, yes. And he kind of gave me that scowl. I was like, oh, okay. All right, I'll stay away. Next thing you know, he's going to give the Matumbo finger wave. But that's a heck of a win. You know, Colorado State's had a great season, and they beat us the last time we played. And so we had that on our minds, and we were pumped to play. Obviously, they slowed us down a little bit and got us out of rhythm there late. We had that 15-point lead, but our guys executed defensively, and we found just enough.
I'm going to do what I used to hate people do to me when I won a game, which is ask you about tomorrow already. You swept San Diego State during the season. What kind of problems do they present for you?
Well, they're an excellent team, as we all know, and they're very well coached, and they play super hard. And you know, I think they're so good defensively. Not that they can't score. They got all kinds of weapons with Mitchell and Shackle, and Mensah's playing well, and just the list goes on and on. They can really, really stretch you out, but they're just so good defensively. And when we got hired here 3 years ago, we were going to hang our hat on that as well. And you know, this is 3 years in a row now where San Diego State and Utah State in the title game, and it's 2 heavyweights going at it, and we're going to have to play really well to find a way to win. But that's a great problem to have. It'll be a quick turnaround. You know, the guys will go to bed about 1:30 tonight probably after film with the late start. And but what a great opportunity in front of us again, and it should be a heck of a battle.
Coach, great win. Congratulations and good luck in the championship game.
All right, thanks. Go Aggies.
There he is, Craig Smith, undefeated at the Mountain West Conference Tournament. He's now 8-0 as the Aggies head coach. Once again, our final score, 62-50 in favor of the Aggies. For Steve Lapis, our entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. After the break, we'll take you back to our New York studio for Inside College Basketball Bracket Week, presented by Kubota. So long from Las Vegas.